Thanks, Greg. I'll pass that on to her, and I'm getting everything. I got firing everything up here, so we'll get going here. Hey, Joe, how you doing, buddy? It's good to have you. I just sent you an email. I saw it a little bit late there. I'm glad you got checked in. G'day there, Anton. How you doing, buddy? You got the Foster's Brewing and the shrimp on the Barbie. Hey, I'm waiting on you to set up that world tour down there, man. Start off in Melbourne, and we'll go on to Adelaide and Perth, and I want to do a complete circumnavigation of Australia, and we'll have a good time doing that. No bunk rooms, though. Hey, buddy, I have to stay in a five-star hotel, so you better pack those rooms out. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started here. It's 8 o'clock, and we've got a house full, and I know there will be some more that's checking in. So once again, I want to welcome everybody. We've got several new people on board this evening, so I'm just going to take a minute to introduce myself. My name is Kerry Miller, and I do the trainings here on Wednesday nights. I do the webinars, and I do all the training videos that you see. So I'm going to turn my phone off real quick because I know it's fixing to start dinging, and nobody calls me until I start training or until I start doing something else. But I got that shut off now, and we're going to get started here. We've got some great things I'm going to show you tonight. We're going to go into a few things. For all of you that had some people in here on Monday nights, I want to thank you for that. We had a full room. And so when we're going to go into that just here in a minute, but I do want to thank you. If you ever have a question, if you haven't received an email about the training, you can always go to instantappwizard.com/training. That's instantappwizard.com/training, so that you can log in and log up for the training. So if you missed anything or you got left off, we never mean to leave you off. Just go to instantappwizard.com/training and you can sign up. Tonight, this is once again our educational marketing course for the mobile app industry. And we're going to go into some things tonight. We're going to talk about marketing. We're going to talk about you setting up your day to go out and actually sell apps. We're going to talk about you being successful and what it takes to be successful. Some of you may never have been in sales. I know I've got some guys in here that I've talked to personally, and you've been in sales for a long time, so you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And we're gonna go into sales, getting sales set up, doing things right, and making a day of it. So let's go ahead and get started. First off, we're going to talk about our control panel updates. And let me just pull the control panel over real quick. Down here in our recommended products, we've done an update in here. And you guys hear me talk all the time about the emulator that I use. I had them put a download link of the emulator. This is what the emulator looks like. This happens to be a Samsung Galaxy S2 emulator. That's the phone I have, so that's the reason I use that emulator all the time. But we're going to show you exactly how to use this emulator in a minute. But you can download this emulator, and you can emulate any phone you want. And I'll show you exactly how it works here. I'm going to pull it up real quick. We'll just kind of go off of... I'll have to shift the screen around here so you can see it. But this is what the icon looks like right here. Give it just a minute so you can see it. This is the icon right here. That's what it'll look like. And when you pull that up, it's going to say Opera Mobile Emulator. And you're going to come down here and you pick whatever phone you want. Like I said, I use the Galaxy S2. And I open that up and I launch that. And this emulates that specific mobile phone. And this is a very good tool to use. So we've put that link inside the Resource Center, okay? And we want to make sure that you use that and have that. And but let me go ahead and pull this up. I've got to move everything back around now, but I wanted to make sure you guys understood that and you saw that and exactly how that works. So, but that's a great tool. I recommend you download it as soon as we get off of here this evening. That way you can use it, and I'm going to show you exactly how to use it here in just a moment. Get back over to the screen. Okay, if you're not using Firefox, if you're using Internet Explorer or Google Chrome or anything else when you're using this control panel, make sure you download Firefox. When we built this, Firefox is the fastest browser out there, and that's why we built it specifically for Firefox. It'll work in the other browsers, but there's some things that just work better in Firefox. Matter of fact, there are a lot of things that work better in Firefox. So when we generated this control panel and we generated everything in here, we generated it for the Firefox browser. So we put that in there also. Also, you've heard me speak many times of QRstuff.com. This is a great little tool. Just go there after the program this evening and take a take a look at that. And but that's a really, really good tool. Many of you saw on the email that I sent out, Reputation Checker. We're going to go into this very deep here in a minute. This is a new tool that we just put on. It's in the process. It will be completely finished by Friday, and we'll be going through this tonight, showing you how to use this. I'm going to show you tonight how to use the Foursquare tool specifically, how to use those to go out, generate business, and set your day up for the next day. So that's pretty much the updates for tonight. We're going to go into that more here in just a few minutes, and let's get back into the okay, client training. And you heard me just thank all those who brought people into client training. I want to make sure that everybody understands what this client training is for. I want you to be able to go out and invite people that you're showing this product to this training. I had great feedback from the training the other night. It's completely generic. We don't mention AppWizard. We don't show any AppWizard product. All we do is talk about the tools that we have. We actually went through the mind map. We're going to do the same thing on the 13th. I use the mind map. That way you guys can get adjusted to and see how to use the mind map in your training. I sent everyone a mind map. If you did not get a copy of the broken down mind map that I sent out the other night, email me at Kerry@InstantAppWizard.com, and I'll make sure that I send that out to you. Okay, that's Kerry, Kerry @InstantAppWizard.com. I want you guys to bring your clients and your potential customers to these trainings. After August the 27th, they're probably going to go away for a while. We're actually going to use these. We've had some people ask if they could use us specifically, some resellers, and they're willing to pay for that time. So this will probably go to a pay service. We're using it now to get you guys jump started. So take advantage of it. Without question, take advantage of it. Client training. The next one's August the 13th at 8 o'clock. The replay was put in the training section, in the weekly webinar section. So if you need to look at the video to see if you want your clients to come in, take a look at it. But it's very generic, and it works out really, really well. We've set up a new system, and it's called the Reseller Referral System. What we're looking for, we have some of our resellers call and say, hey, I've got a cousin, I've got a brother, I've got a sister, my best friend Joe, who lives across town, is interested in being a reseller. If I bring him to the program, is there anything I can get out of it? So we've been talking about this for a while, and this is what we've done for you, okay? We've put together a reseller referral system, and all you have to do is refer resellers to us. They sign up. They need to put a comment in the section that you referred them, and or you guys can go into the contact section, the resource section, and send us a message, or you can email us at support at InstantAppWizard.com and just say, hey, I referred John Smith. He signed up today. And what we're going to do, for one referral, we'll give you 25 apps. And these are people that actually sign up, okay? For 2 referrals, we'll give you 50 apps. 3 referrals, we'll give you 75 apps. For 4 referrals, we'll give you 100 apps. And every referral after that will add 25 apps to your control panel. Now, we had a couple of people say, well, I don't really want to get anybody in my area. I'm telling you guys, there is enough business in your areas. If you've got friends that want to sell, bring them on board. Let me show you what this will do for you. If you just add 25 apps to your system and go out and sell them, just on your setup fees alone, that's another $4,925 a month, okay, or one-time setup fee, and your monthly residual is almost $2,500. 50, you double that. 75, you double it again. 100, you double that. So with 100 apps, you can literally bring in $10,000 a month once you go out and sell those apps. So the residual effect of this referral program is huge. You don't have to purchase these apps. Once we give them to you, they're your apps. So use this referral system. If you know somebody that's interested in signing up, get them signed up. We've had a lot of you guys ask for this, and so we put it together and we finished it up today. So use this system if you're interested in using it and you know people that want to use it. It's a great way to add money to your bottom line through getting these apps. Let's talk about Foursquare. Let's get deep into Foursquare here for a moment. If I could just get a quick review here. Everybody that's on the call tonight, and we've got a full house again, so if you would, just type yes if you used Foursquare this week to generate leads. If you would, just type yes. Glenn, no, it doesn't change your monthly expenses at all, and that there is no time period. If you know people, just send them in to us. Did anybody use Foursquare to generate leads? I've got several people saying no. You're welcome, Glenn. Joseph says not yet. Well, I'm going to show you tonight, and I want you to start using this tomorrow. Let me ask you this question, and you don't have to tell me the number. How many people sold apps this week? Or I say this week. Let's say starting last week, from last Wednesday to this Wednesday. How many people sold apps? Just say me. There you go. Good job, buddy. Anybody else? Excuse me. Anybody else? Okay, and several of you have gone out and sold apps, and that's great because that's what we want to do. For you guys that didn't say yes, I'm fixing to show you how to set up so that you can go out and start selling apps tomorrow, okay? I'm going to start off using Foursquare, and I want to show you exactly how to do it. So take notes, and by tomorrow about noon, the training video will be up, and you can take notes again. I want you to go into Foursquare, okay? And I want you to type whatever area you want to do. It doesn't matter, okay? Let's say, let me pick a category here. Beauty shops. Okay? I'm going to say Dallas, Texas. And I'm going to do a search. Okay, I have all these places pop up that's listed under beauty. Now, some of these you can see aren't beauty shops. Okay, they probably have beauty products. Okay, Rod Norman said, guys, I want to share something with you. Rod Norman says, I used it on my first appointment, sold the app, Foursquare set up, the Twitter set up for $25 each, total order $318 in 20 minutes. Outstanding, Rod Norman. That's the way to do it, guys. Okay, and he used this tool right here, okay, to go out and do it. That's not true, Joseph. I'm going to tell you that right now, and I'll tell you how to nix that in a minute. and then I'll tell you how to nix it if they still don't want to talk to you. You close the door and you walk on out. And he says the business plan is the key with the Foursquare. All right, so you go in here, and I'm going to go to Imaginuity, okay, right here. Now you can see they have a ton of check-ins. They've got a lot of tips. They've claimed their site, okay. I'm going to put them on my list, but let me show you something. Let's go into business details. Okay, and they've got a website, Imaginuity.com. You guys know what I'm fixing to do? Fixing to check it in my emulator. Imaginuity.com. What does that show you right there, guys? That just shows you that they have and are not mobile ready. Okay? Not mobile ready. Now let's pick another one here. Let's go to Elevation Fitness. Now look at the check-ins Elevation Fitness has. Guys, this is a perfect one right here. They have 1,028 check-ins. Let's go to the business details. Okay, they don't even show that they have a website. So that's one of the first things you're going to talk to them about. Okay, so Elevation Fitness, let's see if they've claimed their page. You see right here, they've not claimed their page. Check-ins, that means when someone walks into that place, okay, you guys need to download the app as soon as we get off the phone. Okay, you need to download the Foursquare app. And you need to start checking in everywhere you go. And it's real simple to use. You just go to the app, you find the location you're at. It usually finds it for you when you hit your geographic location. You click on the app and you check in. And when you check in, there's rewards that come with it. You need to make sure that you go on, you understand the rewards program, you understand everything about Foursquare. But this is a great one right here to look at. On a website, okay? You've got their address right here. They haven't claimed their site. This needs to go on your list of people to go see tomorrow. And you need to use this example right here as you go through here. And we've made this extremely simple. Okay, this place here, this YMCA, they've claimed theirs. Tom Landry Fitness Center, they've not claimed theirs, but look how many check-ins they have. 3,947 check-ins. That is a place to hit tomorrow, okay? And open up with Foursquare, just like Rod did earlier. He walked in, he opened up with Foursquare. Hey, whatever byline he used, and he used Foursquare to get in the door, and he walked out with a $318 order in 20 minutes, okay? He sold them their Twitter setup, their Foursquare setup, and you use this tool for that. Guys, this tool was put in here for one reason, to give you all the information you need to set up your leads for the calls the next day. Most of these have phone numbers on them. 24-Hour Fitness, you can see they've claimed theirs. The Beauty Bar, they haven't claimed theirs, but look at the number of check-ins right here. Okay? That's extremely important. That's a number you need to walk in and talk to them about. Because what they can do with those number of check-ins, if they set up a rewards program and claim their Foursquare, they're going to start doubling that number because people go for the check-ins. It's almost like a fad. Everybody checks in and they want to see who else is checked in. And when you check in, it posts to everything out there. It posts on your Facebook and your Twitter, and it sends out all that information. Now all your friends come in. You guys need to really get in depth. You need to go to Foursquare.com, and you need to understand Foursquare from front to back. You need to use this tool to set up your leads, okay? That's exactly what this is in here for. Starbucks, they've claimed theirs. Gold Gym claimed theirs. Elevation Fitness Club, no, they've had 1,028 check-ins. Urban Market hasn't claimed theirs. They've got 356 check-ins. Let's see here. Psycho Gym, 894 check-ins with 3 comments. Let's see if they've got a website. Okay, they don't have a website, but they've got a phone number here, and they've also got their address. So this is a great place to go. And can you see this right here? Can you see this that I'm clicking right here? It says claim here. Can everybody see that? I know it's small. Okay, everybody says they can see it. If that says claim here, that means they've not claimed. But we've also put the very same tool right here that says whether they've claimed it or not. Okay, but if you're just in Foursquare and you're looking to see who's claimed and who hasn't, that's where it's at. But we've put the tool right here on this page for you to see where to check in. If you will sit down tonight, everybody on here, okay, and I don't know how much time you have to spend. I know some of you work this part-time, some of you work it full-time. Everybody does it differently. Yes, you can set up Foursquare as a business agent. You do not have to be the owner of the company to set up Foursquare, okay? I've got a whole host of videos that I'm fixing to launch on this. We're just waiting on a couple of things, and I will be launching, but I'm going to show you here. And like I say, I know this is small because this is a pop-up within the control panel. It says, I'm the owner or working on behalf of the owner, and I agree to the venue platform terms of use. Okay? Yes, sir. And that's you can work as an agent on their behalf. But this is what I want everybody on this call to do tonight. I want you to get 5 businesses in your area. 5 businesses in your area that have not claimed their Foursquare. And I want you to write those 5 businesses down. I want you to pull business detail information. I want you to get their address, get their phone number. If they've got a website in there, I want you to check to see if it's mobile ready. I want you to put all that information on your marketing plan, on your business plan. And I want you to go out tomorrow and I want you to talk to those 5 people. Okay? Now, you guys hear me talk about numbers often. I don't know what your sales numbers are, but I can tell you that a really, really good salesman sells about 30% of the people that he talks to. That is a really, really good salesman. Jason says, what if they don't have a website? What if options do we give the client other than the web app? You give them the marketing platform, Jason. You give them all the tools that they need. They don't have to have a website to use the mobile web app. Their web app is a mobile site, okay, on the smartphone. They don't necessarily have to have a website in order to have a mobile web app. There's a lot of businesses out there that don't. But I'll go back, like I said the other day, if they don't have a mobile site, you need to team up with a webmaster tomorrow, someone who builds websites, and you guys work out a deal, find out what he's going to charge, and you need to build them a website. You need to get all that presence together for them, okay? So go out tomorrow, set up your list, everything you need to do, and just do 5. You don't need to do any more than 5 unless you got plenty of time, do 10, okay? But keep it simple. Use this and hit 5 a day. Hit 5 of them a day and just walk in, and let's see, they've got a comment on here. Okay, this says, work out here. Travis is a badass. Try taking deeper controlled breaths when you work out. It gets hard. Okay, tired of the same old workout routine? Try Psycho Gym for one tough and very different workout. Now, this is how I would do this. All right, let me give you an example. I would walk into Psycho Gym and I say, hey, is the manager around? Oh, yeah, let me get him for you. And so the manager comes out, and I'm going to say, hey, man, I saw on Foursquare that you are the baddest gym around. And I would like to sit down with you and just tell me what makes you so good. You haven't said anything about anything else. You're asking him to sell his business to you. Okay? Now, as you're sitting there talking, I would say, hey, whatever his name is, Dave, are you familiar with Foursquare? Well, no, not really. I've never seen it. I don't know anything about it. Well, you know what, man? You had 894 check-ins. That means 894 people, when they walked in your door, checked into your location. Can you mind if I take a minute? You've told me all about your business. Can you mind if I tell you a little bit about Foursquare and how I can use that to increase the foot traffic into your door? What is he going to say? He's not going to tell you no, because you just told him you want to increase his business. Trust me, he's out there selling monthly memberships. He wants all the people coming in there that he can. And then you show him how to use the QR code on his front desk for people to sign up, okay, so that they can get specials. When people walk in, they can sign up and they can use the deals to maybe get $10 off of their next visit. You see, you have to put everything together. And back to the guy that asked about the website. Guys, you set up a mobile web app program for these people, they'll never have to have a website. They'll never need a website. They will need a URL, okay? They'll need a URL to be forwarded en masse to their mobile site just like everybody else, because everybody uses their mobile phone, okay? But I recommend, if you got somebody to build the site, build them a site. Does everybody understand what I'm saying here, how to use Foursquare? If you would just say yes. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. If you have questions, guys, this is your night. Great. Thank you. All right. Everybody's saying yes, yes, yes. Okay. Yes, kinda. Okay. Just use the tools. Yes, this will be available tomorrow. Yes, you can get this again. Okay. I will send out the replay. Let me just read you what one of the guys said here. When I showed that the business owner's competitor had claimed his business and how many check-in his competitors had, guys, this is powerful right here. He did not want to be left out and told me to set that up. The other point I gave him was that if he would list specials on Foursquare, people who may not have ever been to his restaurant would see his offers when that person accesses his Foursquare app and is in the vicinity of his restaurant. I said that this would be a way to get new customers. He and his partner were excited. That's a man that understands Foursquare. Use the business plan book. That's exactly right. Thank you, Greg. That's why we have that business plan. Walks you step by step. That's why I sent out. The mind map broken down like it was. Use the mind map. Okay, I'm going to move on. That's enough on Foursquare. Use this tomorrow. And what I want you to do is you're going out this week. I want you to, that's right, Foursquare is a proximity tool. That is correct. Thank you, Bill. Bill's using Foursquare. Bill's out there selling Foursquare, guys. Bill's using Foursquare in a powerful way. That is one of his revenue generators. And this is another tool to use for generation of revenue. Now, I want to go into Reputation Checker. Okay, and I'm going to go through this, and then I'm going to walk you through a little bit of a mind map. Let me tell you about Reputation Checker. And I don't know if you're familiar with reputation management. But reputation management is a huge tool. And I was talking to one of the guys in the office the other day. It's always on the news here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area where people are finding out that they've got a bad reputation on the reputation management sites. And they don't know anything about it. And then they start noticing that their business starts falling off. And they don't understand why. And so what happens is they start losing business. They don't know why. And somebody's out there, and it could be a competitor. Competitors all the time go to these sites, and they'll put a bad rap on someone. So what we've done is we've gone in and put in a reputation management program. And by this weekend, this tool is going to blow anything out of the water you've ever seen, because you're going to be able to go into a business, and I'm fixing to walk through the mind map. You're going to be able to walk into a business, and you're going to help them change their reputation on the spot. You're going to show them how you can take all this information, okay, from Google Places and from Yelp, and you're going to be able to walk in there, and you're going to be able to talk to them. And let me show you what you do. And I'm just going to take Birch Roofing here real quick. Okay, I use roofing. I'm a contractor, and I know that contractors get terrible, terrible reviews, whether they deserve them or not. But I'm going to show you Birch Roofing here, okay? Actually, let me show you. I was in one earlier today. Let's go into Birch. What was I in? Hang on just a second. Let me do this. That's where I was at. I was actually on checking the reputation of my competition. Okay, Bold Roofing right here. I'm fixing to show you something. I was in Bold Roofing, and I know these pretty well, and they're actually pretty good guys. I clicked on the Bold Roofing, okay, and I'm checking my reputation management for roofing companies in Dallas, Texas. Now, first off, let me show you something. Okay, I'm gonna walk from the beginning of this. Let me go in here, and what am I going to do first? I'm going to check to see if their website is what? App ready. No, it's not. Can you read that? I can't read that. They need to switch over and have a mobile web app. Why? Because people cannot see that on their phone. And I'm telling you, I get more hits on my app for my roofing company than I do on my website. Why? Because my website automatically redirects to my web app, and I can see that in Google Analytics. So anyway, the first, check one, Bold Roofing isn't mobile app ready, okay? Check two. We're going to go down here, and Bold Roofing has a very bad comment, okay? Now they've got a good comment right here, which is great, okay? And this is really what I would expect to see with Bold Roofing. But they're a roofing company, and they're storming companies, so they go out and they knock on doors, and they knock on a lot of doors. So they've got two bad raps right here. Would never use this company. They call and call and call. Ever heard of the do not call list, blah, 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 blah. Down here, let me say up front, I haven't even worked up with these guys. This guy's never even talked to them, and he don't like them, and he put a bad rap in Yelp, okay? That right there alone, because people go to these sites to check out businesses, his reputation is ruined. If I go in there and say, hey, man, this guy's got two bad hits, I really probably won't use him, okay? So now that gives me a hot lead, and I can go knock on Bold Roofing door at 11601 Plano Road, Suite 108, okay? I know that their site's not mobile ready. I know they've got some bad stuff, and I'm going to walk in, I'm going to say, hey, is your office manager in? Is the owner in? Is there somebody of authority here? Because I was going to use you guys, okay? Or I had someone that I was going to call to recommend you to, or I saw this and I just want to let you know you've got a terrible reputation on the reputation management side. You have to say no more. They will show you a seat right behind their desk and probably give you their chair and say, hey, what are you talking about? And you want to make sure you print this information out, okay? And you want to print the page out, and you want to take it with you so that you can show them that. That's extremely important, okay? And you can see here that the owner didn't add a comment, all right? So you need to show them they need to sign in, log in, and all that good stuff. Let me back up out of this. Okay? They need to comment. But what we want to do, we want to be able to build them a great reputation. So what you're going to be able to do as a marketing consultant in the mobile app industry, and not only in the mobile app industry, but in the reputation management industry. Okay, not only are you a mobile consultant, but now you're a reputation management consultant. And you're going to be able to go in and you're going to be able to share with him how we can build up his reputation with our reputation management system. And it's the same thing all the way down here, okay? Some of them have great reviews. Some of them have no reviews. Like all these companies down here, they have no reviews, no reviews, no reviews. And you can still go in and show them how to use and build their reputation. These are great SEO tools. When people start posting in these reputation management sites, it drives that site that reputation management site with your link on the end of it up in the search engines. Great tools. You can print results with less than a 3-star rating. You can print results with 3-star rating and higher. So you're able to go in and you're able to break this down and print this information out, okay? Yes, go in and sign up and get you a Yelp account. That's one thing you guys need to do. You guys need to be a part of every single site out there that we talk about. Urban Spoon, Yelp, Foursquare, Facebook, Twitter, all of them. You need to have an account in every single site. If you don't have an account yourself, how can you sell it? Okay? So anyway, let me talk a little bit more about the reputation management. Let me go over here and find my mind map. Let me go back and start this back up. I want to let this populate real quick. I'm going to do this. Okay. I want you to be able to see that. All right, up here, customer takes action. All right, on his mobile web app, he goes to his QR codes, the websites, phone, text, email, through flyers, table tents. We're going to have a system built up where they can go in and they can scan a reputation management card. It's either going to give them a thumbs up and or a thumbs down. Okay? So what you want to be able to do is if they get a thumbs up, and you're going to be able to explain this to the customers, they're automatically through this reputation management system. They're going to be able to post it to Yelp, Google+, post to OpenTable, post to OneTap platform automatically, post to Facebook, post to Urban Spoon, post to YP.com, and post to CitySearch. They're going to be able to do everything at the click of a button, okay? And they're going to be able to take the good stuff and put it out there. Because what they're taking now is they're taking direct comments from their customers through their mobile web app, whether they scan a QR code or whatever they do. Okay, we're going to have a special card for this. It's going to have a thumbs up and a thumbs down, and each one of those will have a QR code for them to scan to be able to give a good and or a negative comment. But this is what happens when someone goes into Yelp or one of those other sites because they leave the restaurant and they're mad. They go home and they do it when they get home. They don't do it at the table. If you give them the opportunity to put their information out right now, they're going to go through your site, okay? And they're going to go through your site and post whatever information they have. If they give a bad review, okay, if they write a complaint, bad reviews will immediately get emailed and posted to the owners and the managers. The managers will get a text and an email. You can put multiple managers on there. If you have multiple people, maybe there's an owner and a manager and assistant manager, everybody in charge needs to know, okay? The owner's going to get the email and text. It can be sent to a fax machine, text-to-speech calls. General manager reads the complaints over the phone. They're going to be able to take these. Number one, they're going to be able to put the fire out. Just think about this for a moment. If a manager has someone sitting out there in a seat and they just gave a bad review while they're sitting there, and that manager gets that information and he knows about it, he can go out and he can take care of it on the spot, okay? If he doesn't know about it and it's posted later on, he'll never see it because he doesn't know anything about these reputation management sites. All he knows is that people are out there saying that he sucks and his business is bad and he doesn't do what he says, but he doesn't know how to fix the problem. With this reputation management tool, you're able to go out and show them how to fix the problems. Not only that, you're able to boost their ratings because everything good goes out first, okay? All the good stuff that everybody's talking about while they're at the business is posted immediately. That's very, very, very powerful. We're going to have that reputation alert system. That is a huge selling tool to these owners and business managers that want to know immediately what's going on. Every day at about 3 o'clock, these alerts are going to come out, okay? And those alerts, once they hit, they're going to see everything that happened. Any changes that happened overnight, during the day, whenever it happened, they're going to be able to see that. And they're going to be able to fix the problem. Let me give you a prime example. You got Johnny Joe who works in the bank. And everybody that comes in sees Johnny Joe picking his nose, okay? And it turns everybody off. It's a great place to work. It's a great place to shop. It's a great business to go into. But everybody gets turned off by Johnny Joe picking his nose. And nobody knows about it except the customers, because he does it where the customers can see him and nobody else sees him. So they post that and the manager never sees it. What's going to happen is when they start posting, the manager will know everything going on about Johnny Joe. They can do one of two things. They can talk to Johnny Joe and tell him to get a Kleenex and go blow his nose in the bathroom so the customers can't see it. And now people aren't sending in bad reviews because of Johnny Joe. And or he can tell Johnny Joe, if you can't stop picking your nose, go to the house. And he just fixed the problem. Why? This is the important reason. He knew about it. Guys, you're going to be able to take this reputation management system. You're going to be able to take this reputation alert system. Okay? You're going to be able to take this to these managers and owners of these companies, and you're going to absolutely be able to change their marketplace forever. Reputation management does a lot of things. It helps build the business. It helps with SEO. It drives them up to the front page of Google, because the more posts that you have on these reputation management sites, the more it drives them to the front page. If a site is hot, okay, I call it hot. I don't know what the word is for it, but if a site is hot and it has a lot of traffic to it and people are going there and they're posting information about it, that's what Google's looking at today, okay? So this is a huge tool, and I cannot wait for it to be finished. As soon as this gets finished, I will start the videos on it. As soon as it gets done, Friday night, Saturday, I'll start the videos. And as soon as the videos are completed, all the resellers will know about it. But you don't need to wait on the videos. You are a reputation management specialist starting now, okay? Every one of you can go out and talk about the things I just talked about. All you have to do is talk about the thumbs up, the thumbs down, and show them at the click of a button what their reputation is. Let's look at Wallace Roofing here for a moment. Wallace Roofing only has 1 star, and it probably ain't good. Somebody wrote a book on Wallace Roofing. I can tell you now, Wallace Roofing don't have a clue that this is even out there. He doesn't know. You walk into Wallace Roofing and you say, hey man, I just want to let you know that you've got a bad mark on you in your reputation management sites. And I'd like to just share that with you. Okay? So you need to use this. You need to use this to your advantage. All right? You need to make sure that this right here is everything you want it to be. And that is a tremendous tool to change a complete complexion of businesses today. This isn't out there. Nobody does this. Foursquare is powerful. Okay? This reputation management system is over the roof. I mean, it is unbelievable. And what they're doing to it by Friday is going to absolutely knock your socks off. Okay? If they don't have any reputation management, if nobody's put any comments in here, you need to go talk to Al and show him how to use reputation management to build his reputation, to build his SEO. Okay, let's see if Al's got a website. This is in Google Places. Look here, Al's got a website. So what are we going to do? Let's go check the emulator. AI Roofing Company. .com. We're going to take a look here. All right, now he's got a mobile ready site. All right. And there's Mr. Hurt, founder and president. But this guy's got great information on here. All right. But he has no reputation management. So now you have another tool. He's already got a site. But I tell you what I would do with him. Let me give you another scenario, okay? Because people ask this all the time. I think somebody asked it a while ago. I'll get the mind map out this evening, or we're going to make some more changes to it. Let me get with Woodrow. He's the one that's doing the mind map on this, and I want to make sure that we've got everything on there before we send it out. So if you don't get it today or tomorrow, give me a couple of days. That way he can finish that up. I would go in and I would talk to him about his mobile site, okay, after I talked to him about his reputation management. And I'd let him know, hey, I just noticed that your site was mobile, and that's a great thing. How do you market with your site? Now you need to start asking questions, okay? Mr. Whatever his name was, you got all of his information right here. Mr. Hurt, how do you use your site? Okay, now he's got a reputation management button on his front of his site, so he's interested in reputation management, okay? Read customer reviews. People are able to go right onto his site and put customer reviews. But I would talk about his site. There's much information on the front page, okay? Way much. People aren't going to scroll down that far, okay? You know why that is? Because you don't have an About Us page, okay? Let's go ahead and drill down in this. He doesn't have an About Us page. He doesn't have a page where he can break everything down. He doesn't have a page where he's sending out specials through email, text, Twitter, and or Facebook. He's not linked to any of his social media pages. I mean, we could sit here and pick this apart and know exactly what he needs. So you would talk to him about that. And he may not change, okay? But I can tell you this. He's going to get on the reputation management bandwagon, because I know for a fact as a contractor, he's interested in reputation management because he's got a link that he's paying money for right here, okay, to be able to get customer reviews. So you need to look for those little things, okay? But that's a great example. He's got a mobile ready site, okay? He's got a website. Maybe you can switch him over, but you can still sell him a product. All right, you can still sell him a product, sell him on the reputation management. And if I went in and did reputation management for someone and it wasn't bundled with a package, I would probably go somewhere around $49.95 to $69.95 a month. Okay, because he's going to have texting service. You're going to have to do some things for him, and but you're going to want to be able to package the whole thing, and we're going to put all that together. And I'll be honest with you, some of that stuff, this thing is so new, we put it up right before I came on the air. So there's going to be some things that I'm going to have to brush up on, and I'll be able to tell you exactly how to do it. But does everybody see how powerful this tool can be? Do we have a checklist, check sheet on the items we need to look for? No, but I tell you what, I can start working on a checklist, check sheet that you need to be looking for. First thing you need to be looking for is this. Anything 3 stars and below, okay? Everything 3 stars and below. Right here, I can print results with less than a 3-star rating, okay? Print the results with less than a 3-star rating. I can print all the results, or I can print all the results with a higher rating. Guys, this just isn't for bad reputation. I would take this into people that's got a great reputation, like Jenkins Roofing here. 5 stars, and it's kind of like the Foursquare thing. Hey, I just wanted to thank you, man. You're a wonderful company. I see that you got 5 stars. Owner, look here, it even talks about the owner. Owner Jack Jenkins did a great job for us. His crew installed a 30-year elk shingle, and they were quick. Left the job site clean too. Our roof looks great. The best in the neighborhood. Now he's only got what? He's only got 1 post. So what you want to be able to do now is he's got a great post. Everything looks good. You want to control his reputation management. You want to show him how to take this reputation management system and grow his business. Show him how to use it to up his way up to the search engines. Okay? To get on that front page of Google, when someone pulls up his URL or pulls up his information, his reputation management page in Yelp comes up on the first page of Google. All right, so you want to be able to show them all these things, but this is a great tool. I couldn't be any prouder of the guys that put this together. And I'll give credit where credit's due. It was Woodrow and Mark. And Mark's our programmer, and many of you know Woodrow. He's our developer, and he's the head of everything. But what a powerful, powerful, powerful tool this is. And I'm telling you, they are going to take this thing to the next level. It is going to blow it away. And I will have videos up on this no later than Monday. I will start work as soon as they have it completed on Friday or Saturday morning. Reputation manager, reputation checker. All it takes is one rating, and he is at 2.5 stars. That is correct. Okay. But now you have to star someone. You have to give them a rating. Like if he's got 3 5 stars and 3 2 stars, he's going to have still have a 2.5 star. Because what it does is it takes an average of all the ratings. And somebody, whoever that was that gave him that rave review, okay, only popped him in with 2.5 stars. All right, that's our reputation management system. And I'll get this mind map. I'll get with Woodrow. I know that he's probably snowed under tonight. We usually talk after the trainings, but they are working extremely hard. I can tell you, for you guys, they are just absolutely busting it 24/7 to get this product out for you guys, because this is a true game changer. You're able to take this, and I'll use a term that he uses. He talks about romancing the client. Okay, you're able to go in there and romance the client. You're able to give them tools that's absolutely going to make them drool. You're going to be able to take their business and take it to another level. You're going to be able to take this reputation management tool and absolutely turn his business around and show him things that he's never seen before. That's how powerful this tool is, okay? And not only that, guess what? You want to make sure it's linked up with their Facebook page. You want to make sure that it's linked up to their Twitter page. So if they don't have those, what is that? Another stream of income. Hi, Carrie, I have some customers that pay $300 to $500 per month for here's a guy right here that's getting $300 to $500 a month for reputation management alone. Okay? Reputation management alone. This is very powerful. Trust me, companies do not want a bad name. Okay? I pay $250 a month for an independent company to survey my customers. $250 a month for someone to survey my customers. An independent company. That's right. Bill says especially service companies. Service companies are huge. Roofers, contractors, AC, lawn services, any service-oriented company, they just absolutely get attacked, and most of them for the wrong reasons. So, any more questions on reputation management? Go ahead and throw them out there, guys. We've got a few more minutes here. We've got a lot more to come on this platform. Car dealers, yes. Matter of fact, let me show you real quick. I was pulling up car dealers earlier. And let's pull up the popular car dealer, as in the used car dealer. And let me tell you something. I found some ferocious things, man, that talked about these guys were liars, cheats, you name it, okay? Now, this is Volvo of Richardson. Now, this is a huge dealership, okay? Rusty Wallace. Now, let me tell you something. I don't live far from Rusty Wallace, Honda's home. He's got about a 30,000 square foot mansion set up on a hill. I'll have to take a picture and show you guys one day. But let's go in here to Rusty Wallace and see what they said about old Rusty Wallace. I bought a new Civic at RW a month. The salesperson Z was delightful and bent over backwards to make the process. The financial person, though, was insisting on the max for a service policy, resulting in a payment that would be $600 a month. He wouldn't back down until I threatened to walk out, and then we got down to business. Okay? A month later, I came back to the same salesperson to buy a fit for my son, who's going to college. Sale went great. New financial person was delightful. That night, 2 weeks later, he calls back to tell me that I had failed my new credit check, and that instead of a 4-year lease, I would have to go to a 6-year purchase. This issue is still cooking at the moment. I mean, the finance department is screwing over Rusty Wallace Honda. Okay, you need to go in and talk to Rusty Wallace about that. Yep, does not allow long reviews. Below is a link to my full review. This is a horrible business. All right. 7 years ago, fresh out of high school, bought my first car. But you guys can see what I'm saying. I mean, this guy has not one good remark about his dealership. Not one. I mean, whoever said used car dealers, you're right, man. I went into that earlier today. I thought, man, let me see what used car dealers look like. I get on down here, and some of them's got a few more Google places, have some up around 4, 4.2. Here's some good 4s. Now here's some 5. The car seller. Somebody wrote a book on him, but you can see this guy's got it going on. I mean, he understands business. He's full of great reviews, and he's using the system. I guarantee you he's driving people here to give him those great reviews. And that's what we can do as reputation management specialists, is show people how to use the system and what our reputation. Let me use this as an example. Let me go back to the mind map real quick. Remember this page, okay? Can everybody remember that page? Okay, let me go back over here. Let me go back to the mind map. This is how powerful this system is. That was a good example of what I can show you. The customer review comes in, okay? He gets a thumbs up. Where do all the great reviews go? They are posted immediately, okay? All the bad reviews are going to go over here to the managers to be able to take a look at. They're not going to post these immediately. They're going to be able to take care of the problem and keep the good post coming. And what happens is when people start seeing these good posts, they're going to say, wow, just like that car dealer right there. That's the place I want to go. And that's what you can do with your reputation management side of this business. Okay? It opens the door. You show them how to use this system to drive their business up. Then you get them involved with Foursquare. You get them involved with Facebook fan page. You get them involved with everything. But not only that, guess what else you get to do? You get to give them their mobile web app. Okay? They have to have texting. They have to have texting. So now you've bundled your mobile web app with your texting and the marketing platform. And guys, whoever it was a while ago that sold the $318 package, that's what you're getting now. Not just $97 a month, $318 a month. Go out and sell you 100 of those and see what it'll do for you. Okay? All right, let me get back to some questions here. Somebody said that's a $100,000 client a month. You're right, $1,000 a month client. You're right, Ray. You mentioned last week you're going to cover pricing this week. What is the great area of pricing when targeting these tools, from app setup to monthly service and the Facebook setup? This is what I do, Joseph. I would go with our standard pricing. Okay? Facebook, if I set up a Facebook page, charge them $25. If I set them up a Twitter page, $25. And I'm not talking $25 one time. I would do a monthly fee if you're going to maintain it. If they're going to maintain it, that's a different story. When you set up your pricing, you have to know many things, okay? And this is just business 101. You have to know what your costs involved are. If you're going to go out and sell 5 apps a week, okay, you have to know whether or not you're making money. Now, if you've gone out and rented a $10,000 a month office and you've got a secretary and you've got people sitting around doing absolutely nothing, you're not making any money, okay? Because you're going to have to sell those apps at $1,000 a pop, because you're going to have to sell 10 of them just to pay your rent, okay? So when you figure your pricing, but I know this, most everybody on this call is probably working out of their home, and are working out of a small office, and are working out of an office with another business there, okay? At $97 a month, monthly residual income, your monthly fee, I would charge that for the web app, and I would charge that for the control panel. Texting. Now, you can either build this in and bundle it and or sell it separately. If I was going to put texting in there, okay? I might go, I may just say $25, but it would be $135 to get the texting, okay? Your Facebook and all that stuff, I'd go $25, $35. I know we got a couple of guys on here. $97 a month for your hosting fee, or $99.95, whatever you guys are charging. I'm used to saying $97. $197 setup, guys. I wouldn't waive a setup fee. I wouldn't. I charge them $197 to set it up. Why? Because you got to go do the business. I mean, you got to go do the work. What's your time worth? If it's going to take you 2 hours, that's $100 an hour, and that's not a lot of money in this industry. There's guys that are making $200 and $300 an hour in this business. One guy a while ago made $318 in 20 minutes, so that's $900 an hour. So it just depends on what your time's worth. But set you a standard pricing. You can go with our standard pricing, Joseph, and that'll pretty much get you through. One guy here says he charges $99 a month and he includes 500 SMS. So he's did a bundle, and that's a good way to do that, Irving. That's a great way to do that. You may want to bundle the whole package and say, okay, I'll give you this, 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 and this. But if I do it separately, now this is a good way to close. Okay, here's my prices separately. I do a Facebook fan page, I do a Twitter, I do all those. Those are $49.95. The web app is $99 a month. My texting is $35 a month if you buy everything separately. If you bundle it all together, I can do all your social media for $25. Your SMS, I would make a few pennies on that. Okay, I wouldn't give that away. I charge them 3.5 cents. At least make a penny on it. Okay, at least make $10 a month on it. Somebody just said 500 text will turn into 1,000 plus guaranteed. That's exactly right. If you're not selling texting, okay, if you're not selling texting, you're missing the boat. Because without texting, you're missing a huge component of the integrated marketing platform. Texting is a huge part of what we do. And you're missing out. You got 100 customers, you're missing out on $1,000 a month if you're selling it for a penny a text. $1,000 a month, that's $12,000 a year. You know, you get 200 customers, 24,000 just in texting alone, making a penny. Those pennies grow quickly. Okay, I got a guy here just says, now this is his pricing, okay? I charge $4.99 setup and $199 a month, and that has with Facebook. Okay? So, I mean, it depends on the area, but you really need to know what your costs are. But set your prices now at an even, you know, what our market bears. Most everybody's about $99 a month. $199 setup, mobile web app only, $39 a month, mobile web app, 500 text, $69 a month, mobile web app, and 1,000 text, $89 a month. See, this guy here's got a little bit of different all the way around. I just got a text. Reputation management. Let me just add this. I think I said this a while ago, but I want to make sure I add this. Reputation management. They have to have texting. It absolutely will not work without texting. Okay, you have to have texting with reputation management. But get used to selling it. Get used to selling that text. If you have to sell it at cost to get it out there, with those 500 texts, you're gonna get these guys hooked on text. I'm telling you, everybody texts. I stay on my phone all day long. I charge my phone 7 times a day because all I do is text. Here's a good check Craigslist to see what the rates are in your area. See what everything's going for. But guys, make sure you're making money. Okay, make sure you're making money. Let me check. I think if a customer already has SMS list set up, is there a way to use their? No, they've got to go through. They've got to go through our system. That was Vicky asked that. You need to set them up through our system. OneTap.mobi web app, which allows them to send out specials from their phone sales to texting. That's exactly right. The OneTap.mobi web app, and this is what Rod's talking about, the OneTap.mobi web app with the control panel there, which allows them to send out specials from their phone, sales to texting. You guys have to go in, and I know you've seen me demo the marketing platform 1,000 times. You have to go in and demonstrate that marketing platform. You have to. Even if it's on your smartphone through the OneTap.mobi app that was put in. That's the biggest reason we put that in. That's a very, very powerful tool. You don't have to walk in with a computer. You don't have to walk in with anything. You walk in with that mobile phone and show them how they can run their marketing platform straight from their smartphone. How can you offer an unlimited texting package? Most places are not going to use, if they use more than 2,000 texts a month, that's powerful. Most of the places you're selling to are your small to medium businesses. What they'll usually do is send out one text a week, okay? If they have 250 clients signed in, that's 1,000 a month, okay? So if they start breaking 1,000 a month, send them to 2,000 a month. They break 2,000, sending them to 3. If I sold them an unlimited package, I'd probably put them around 4,000 to 5,000 texts a month and charge them appropriately at about probably 3.5 cents. Okay, so 3.5 times 5,000. That's $175. Is goes something like that. Yeah, somebody just said you can't. I wouldn't text over more than once a week because now you're spamming and you're going to piss off your customers, and that's very true. Guys, this isn't a blast every day program. Okay, this is driving customers back to the business. James says, I tell you what, all you guys are on this call tonight, I love you, man. You guys get it. Everybody on this call tonight, you're going to be extremely successful because you get it. James says, guys, do not sell yourselves and your own abilities to service your clients short. Ad builders charge $15,000 to $5,000 just to set up the app. The sweet spot is about $1,800. If you don't ask, you won't get it. That's very true. Hey, remember this. This is an old wise tale. You can always go down in price. You can never go up. Anton, we're working on that right now. As a matter of fact, Woodrow and I sat on the phone the other night and talked about that. We are putting something in place to be able to do that. It's going to be extremely simple. Thanks, Stephen. I appreciate that, buddy. Stephen says, not only because we get it, but we've got you guys. No, we've got you guys. You guys are what drive us to do what we do. Absolutely. Mobile marketing law says you can only send one text message per week. I'm sorry. And we've got educated people on here. That's why you're going to be successful. Anybody else? We're going to start wrapping it up here. We're about 8 minutes over, and I know people are ready to call it an evening. I'll take about 2 more questions here if you got them real quick. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My time and my passion is you guys, man. I love doing this. So, and I get to go have some birthday cake with my wife when we get done. You know of a way to sign up with all the social media sites at one time? No, I don't, Tabitha. And I'm not sure you can do that. I'll find out, though. I'll get an answer for that. I'm not sure if you can do that or not. Because I know in our system you even sign in individually. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much, man. I will get this mind map. I will start working with Woodrow on this mind map, and we'll get it finished up. I know he's real close on it. I greatly appreciate him doing that. He did this very short notice. I'm a mind map guy, and so he built this for me. I don't build them because I can't. I'm terrible at it, but I really like them because it really keeps you in sync with what you got to do. So we'll get the mind map taken care of. It may be a couple of days before we get it out. I thank everybody that's right, mind maps rule. I thank you so much for coming to these training calls. We had a lot of new people in tonight. Put the word out. If you guys talk to each other on the phone or email each other, put the word out. Man, these training calls are absolutely phenomenal. They are changing the face of our business. So good night to everybody. God bless. And we will have this reputation management system completely wrapped up this weekend. The videos will start going out. And I know it's going to be a powerful, powerful tool. So everybody have a great evening. Yes, it will be posted in the training resources. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All of the training will be posted in the training resources. We've got about 6 million things going on right now, so we are working about 20 hours a day to get this stuff to you guys. All right, everybody have a good evening. God bless, and I will see you next Wednesday, and I look forward to every morning and every evening when I get a chance to talk to you. Just remember this, your success is our success. Good night.